everyone. So we're on a theme this month about energy updates from Gaia, and we definitely got a wonderful full energy update, which was at the beginning of this month in January 2020, and she came up with 4 things for us to actually run through every choice that we have. And the first one is clarity, and I did a video last week on that if you want to catch hold of that one, which expands on what that actual meaning is. So this week it's all about respect. Next week it's going to be about love, and the 4th and final one is about unity. So a full description and background about what I mean by all of this is actually 2 weeks ago on our YouTube channel here for Carol Cumber, and yeah, please go back and check if you want some sort of perspective as to where this actually fits in there. But we're starting today from a point that you've watched last week's video or the week before, and you understand how to actually attune with your higher self. That's in last week's video about clarity. So it's knowing that through the breath you can actually access your own intuitive answers very easily, very quickly, and by practicing that very, very simple breathing technique, connecting with the earth and the heavens and within yourself of your heart and your own internal power in the solar plexus or wherever it is for you, then you can easily respond to life in a much clearer fashion. So Gaia's been telling us that by being very clear, it invites us to look within. It invites us to pause in life before responding, and therefore in a way sort of getting more of the ability to respond to life in a more mature fashion, supposedly. Anyway, so this week's all about respect. So when she said the word respect, I was like, oh, that's an interesting one. From what angle? And she's really talking about self-respect. Now, respect is all about respecting someone's or someone's qualities, really. We often respect someone. Think of somebody now that you respect. Think about why you respect that person. That somebody who we respect is usually good at something. Now, every single human being on this planet is good at something. So what this is going to start to do is get you to have some self-inquiry about what it is that your qualities are. What are you good at? You know, and sometimes, like, I played this game with a couple of my friends last week when all of this came through, and we were bantering about a little bit about, well, one of them wasn't quite sure about if she had anything, and the other one was like, of course you have. And it was really lovely because our other friend reflected back to us, and then we reflected back to each other what we felt we respected about each other and what qualities we could perceive in each other. So if you're struggling to find any for yourself, ask somebody who knows you well and who likes you and who hangs out with you about what qualities they perceive in you. It's really lovely to actually be able to do that for someone else as well. It's nice to go around this next week. Try going around this next week going, what qualities have you got that I really like? I respect your quality of this. Because it's like anything else, the more we focus on something, the more we find. So if we're struggling for finding that respect within ourselves, if you can find it externally in that way with friends and people generally, then it'll be much easier when you do, by the end of the week, by next week, when you're self-inquiring about your own qualities that you respect within you, they'll come much easier. They will, if you obviously attend to it. So that's for those who would find it difficult to start off with that. For those of us that get to that stage or already know the qualities that we have, and we know the qualities that we're comfortable with, and we know the qualities that we stand for, that's actually the filter that you run this yes or no answer that you've had from last week's session today. So we'll start again. Basically, say somebody, we'll take the same example all the way through this month, that somebody has asked you to an event and you've taken some time to take a breath, connect deeply with the earth, connect deeply with your higher self, go into your heart, so it's your authentic heart and full alignment that's answering that question. So if somebody's asked you to an event, and instead of just doing it out of habit, whatever your response, your general response would be, you're taking a moment to check in. You're taking a moment to actually answer from the whole of you rather than a habit. And so we've got crystal clear in our clarity when we've answered and we've said, let's say we've said yes. And now what we do is we say, that feels like a really integrated yes. It's a full-on yes. Now, what qualities am I bringing to that event? How am I going to respect myself attending that event? Is this a self-respected event for me? So we've had our yes from being fully integrated, and now we're going down into another deeper level. And that's what this year is all about, really. Last year we started to talk about the depth. We're really going to action the depth this year by doing these 4 things. So we run it by our self-respect. Is it self-respectful for me to attend this? Am I fully congruent with it? So I hope you'll enjoy playing with that idea for this week. It's just, I honestly believe by asking this question, I've been asking it since the beginning of January, since I got this information through. And it's been quite interesting because I'd never asked myself really before. I honestly hadn't asked, what do I respect about me? I'd asked lots of other self-inquiry. And there's a certain assumption that goes with self-respect. But to actually make a mind map of it and a list of these are the qualities actually that I do respect within myself. These are the qualities I respect in others. It's almost starting to form a moral compass. And that's quite interesting in itself. So yeah, I hope you really enjoy this self-inquiry that you choose to uptake. If you're watching these this month, they're for you. They're really for you. Only you can get the benefit out of them by applying it. Okay, so I hope if you're just coming in at this stage, then please do go back and listen to the short videos I've put up this month on the introduction to energy updates, and definitely for the clarity one last week and this one about respect. And next week I'll catch up with you and it's going to be about love. Respectfully yours, soul to soul. Bye for now.